All right, Sam, it's your last war on I-4. Just what do you think about this rivalry? You know, it's an important game for your goals, and it's also the last scheduled game that we know of between these two teams. Just what are your thoughts heading into this week?
You know, I'm really excited, and like you said, it's our last time, and even maybe for this program might be the last time for however long it is. But you know, it's a real special game for all of us, especially guys who've been here for a long time. You know, I haven't, just want to keep on winning against them, and just keep playing great and just have fun. Honestly, like, that's all. I think it's a team. This semester is trying to have fun this week.
What were the emotions like in the locker room Saturday night?
I mean, it's about as bad as you can think, right? So, it was just kind of, it wasn't anyone like not yelling at each other or anything like that. It's just, disappointed with what happened, and obviously implications that had on that game. And, we just came up short as a team, and we knew that. But now this week, everyone's ready to, go out and win this and see where the chips fall.
What does it say about the team that you guys are able to not fight against each other and kind of come together?
I just think it shows how close we actually are. There's a lot of times where previous years where I think guys would be freaking out in the locker room and getting mad at each other, but we all came together, and it was one of those things where we all knew that we just didn't get the job done collectively, and guys who were feeling down themselves, other guys were picking them up, and that's awesome to see, and that shows how close we are as a team.
Mentioned earlier the last war on I-4 for you, but possibly depending on how things go with scheduling for the program period. Obviously, nobody wants to go through a loss like what happened Saturday, but with this on the tail end of it, does that kind of help you move past it, kind of take the aggression out?
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, the guys, we were ready to play our next game, yesterday, right? So anything you can do, just get a bad loss out of your mouth. That's what we're focusing on. But the guys are ready this week, and I think we're gonna have a great week of practice. And our leaders in each group, even the guys aren't really named leaders, they're picking their groups up, and just letting them know, hey man, like we gotta go out and win this, and whatever happens next week happens.
After you guys reviewed the film, why do you think the offensive line had struggles?
It's one of those things where I think it was team related in the sense of, there were just things we didn't do as good as we knew we could have, and I would just say, it's just one of those things where it's more of a team thing. It's rather than putting blame on one group. It's just, we just need to do a better job communicating the future of in game. Like, we talk about communication, it's late in the year, like we're good on communication, but it's more of like adjusting in game and, relaying those messages to the other groups.
Did Navy make that difficult to make adjustments?
I mean, I think it was just one of those, they played a unique defense. It's just one of those things where, like I said, going into it, like they were going to blitz, and we knew they were going to blitz, and it's just one of those things where they put a lot of pressure on you to make decisions right now and do things and adjust, as quickly as possible, especially with the amount of possessions you get in the game, due to how their offense works. So it's one of those things where it's like that was the point, right, to make it difficult for us, and I probably succeeded on that front.
Obviously, it was a crushing loss for what was on the line, but the fact that it's your rival, it's South Florida, does that help you flip the switch? I know you say flip the switch, maybe in some weeks, maybe it's harder to do, but is it easier to do knowing who you're playing this week?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, to me, it's just every week, it's always the next game is the most important one, but especially this week, it's a rivalry game. It gives you that extra juice. It gives you that, that ability to be like, I'm going to go out and practice my tail off, and I'm ready to go play on Saturday.
We just asked Gus this, but what comes with the challenge of facing a team with only one win?
I would just say, he said it best, it would be overlooking them and maybe thinking they're not good and that you can just roll your helmet out there and win. But I don't think anyone's thinking like that, especially, what happened Saturday, and, we're ready to just go play our best game.
What do you think about this series as someone who's been in, a lot of these games right now? As you know, this is the last scheduled game between the two teams, with UCF going to the Big 12 and USF staying in the American. Do you think this is a series that should be played annually? I know they got arranged schedules for the future, but what do you think about the future?
As a player, I enjoy rivalry games, right? And this one is our oldest rivalry game, and so I would, as a player and as a future alumni, I would want to see this game in the future. Whenever whatever they did, whatever they do. But I just know it's based on like how good it would help our schedule and our future of the program.
I want to go back to the emotions of Saturday, senior day, last game in the bounce house. I mean, what were you feeling when you saw the way the game was progressing and what could happen?
You know, at no point did I think we were going to lose. And it was kind of one of those things where after the game, I guess it kind of hit me hard. I sat on the bench for like 30 minutes or 5 minutes, just kind of staring into the stadium, you know. Kind of mad at myself because it was one of those things where I was confident enough that I thought I'd have another game in there. And so I wasn't really looking at that as my last game, but, you know, once it finally hit, it was kind of like, it was upsetting to say the least. And, you know, it sucked, but, you know, there's nothing I can do about it now.
How do you look back on your legacy playing at home and playing for these fans?
You know, won a lot of games at Bounce House, so, you know, I enjoyed every minute of it. I'm proud of how, you know, coming in and being a part of something special at UCF and you know, just knowing that I'm trying to finish it out.
On that note, what are your favorite bounce house memories?
Man, I don't know. There's a lot, obviously, but it's hard to beat the 2017 USF game. Just, you know, the kickoff return at the end, and then, you know, just winning both those championships in the bounce house. But even from this year, I mean, beating Cincinnati was huge, and you know, those are just things I'll never forget. The moments that I'll never forget, and the feelings I'll never forget.
Not just with what's on the line with you win, but overall series-wise, I think UCF will take the series lead all time against USF with the win, with no more games on the schedule. I mean, that's a big bragging rights to have. How important is that?
That's awesome. I thought, did we not take it last year? I thought
we took it last year.
Yeah, we
Took it last year? Okay.
Yeah, we took it last
Okay.
year, but nothing like.
They would be able to tie it.
Yeah, putting a nail in the coffin would be awesome.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for sharing.